Hey guys, so as you guys can see from the title, this is a talk through kind of makeup tutorial video. Not necessarily a tutorial, but more so just showing you guys what I do when I do my makeup. I do not have a set routine, however, there are some things that do not change, and my twist out is beginning to really puff up. As you all can tell, I don't think it looks bad though, but it's really starting to get puffy, almost time for a wash. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and get started. So I haven't actually done anything to my skin. I haven't washed it this morning because I washed it last night and I just didn't do it this morning, and I haven't put anything on it. So what I actually use on my face before putting anything on it is the Equate Anti-Itch Plus Maximum Strength Hydrocortisone Anti-Itch Cream. I've been using hydrocortisone on my face for as long as I can remember. My mom has too, that's where I got it from. And basically I like this one better than the original one. I have two of them because I just grabbed both of them, and yeah, but I have this one that I actually like much better than the other one that I was using. I was just using the original, but I like this Anti-Itch Plus better. So that is the one that I'm going to be using. Okay, so I go ahead and I just take some, and I use about that much on my face. So I'm sorry if you guys can hear that in the background, by the way. That's my mom. So anyways, you guys can probably hear that, but I just go ahead and I just dab this all over my face. And I don't wear makeup every day. Also, today's gonna be my first day wearing face makeup out of the house. I can't remember a time that I actually have worn face makeup out of the house, like any type of foundation, whether it may be powder or whatever. I usually just don't do anything to my skin. I usually just do my eye makeup, but I do always try to moisturize my face when I remember. Sometimes I forget. But since I'm doing this tutorial and I'm wearing face makeup especially, I want to moisturize my skin. And my skin isn't really bad. Don't know if you guys can see, but I do have, like, you know, some breakouts and stuff, and I feel like this does help a little bit. It doesn't get rid of breakouts, but it's better than like just using something else on my skin. So I just like it for that, and just because it's this, so that's why I like it. Okay, as you can see, I have weighted my eyelids. On my eyelids, I have been using the Jergens Ultra Healing Lotion, basically any unscented body lotion, and this is just basically a moisturizer for my eyelids. I find that when I use the hydrocortisone, my eyeshadow tends to crease. The best thing for me to use on my eyelids is plain body lotion, and the Jergens brand has been working amazing. That may sound kind of weird for some of you, but my eyelids for me have to be moisturized or else they'll kind of get oily and then they'll crease. And this is the only thing, body lotion that I've actually tried that prevents my eyelids, my eyeshadow, I mean, from creasing and just acting crazy. I do still use an eyeshadow primer, but I have to make sure that my eyelids are moisturized first. So, yeah, my eyeshadow never used to crease like really bad, but ever since I started using the lotion on my eyelids, my eyeshadow never creases now. Like, even if I wear it for like 8 hours, it doesn't crease. So, the eyeshadow primer I've been using is the e.l.f. Shadow Lock eyeshadow primer. I've had this one for a while. It actually hasn't run out yet because, like I said, I don't wear makeup every day. If I did, it'd probably be gone by now. I've had this since like the summer, so it is now November. So, yeah. As you can see, I probably need to get another one, but it hasn't gone bad yet, and it also hasn't run out yet. So I will continue to use this one until it actually runs out or goes bad or whatever. And I do 2 layers of eyeshadow primer. This is just my first one. The first one kind of clings to the lotion that I just put on, and my eyelids look like they're like white. Like, they look really pale, but they're not in real life. They are lighter than my skin because this is this color. So yeah, but they're not as pale as they're showing up on camera. Maybe I can change like my brightness or something. That may make it a little better. But I do 2 layers. The first one, like I was saying, clings to the lotion, and then the second one is actual like primer. I don't know if that makes sense, but nonetheless, I just feel like with 2 layers of eyeshadow primer and 1 layer of the lotion, 3 layers of product in my eyes is enough to keep it from creasing. And I do not have oily skin, but for some reason my eyelids are oily. So I have to do what I have to do to make sure that they don't get like grease ball, because my eyelids do get oily if I don't do this. And that's what causes for my eyeshadow to crease, really. Yep. Thank you, Jesus. That in my video. But anyways, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started with my eyeshadows now. Today I'll be using my LA Colors little black book of eyeshadows, and my brother's out there bouncing the ball, see? But anyways, here are all the colors that's in there, and first things first, I'm gonna make sure that my brushes have been spot cleaned. I really only clean my brushes, like deep clean, like once every couple seasons or something. I know that's really bad, but I really don't feel like cleaning my brushes thoroughly, like with the vinegar and the dishwashing soap that I saw on, what's her name? I know her vlog channel is Life with Liv 13, but for the life of me, I cannot remember her makeup channel name, like her main channel. I just can't never remember the name. I can only remember Life with Liv 13. But I'm pretty sure that she has it somewhere, her main channel listed somewhere on there. But yeah, her channel name that I remember is Life with Liv 13. That's her vlog channel. But anyways, I just try to get as much of the colors as I can out of there before I do my spot clean. So I'm going to go ahead and start out with this shade up here. And I'm going to really be looking over here at the mirror. I do have a mirror right here. So I'm going to be looking over here a lot. So if I look over a lot, that's why. But I'm just going to go ahead and take that shade and put it onto my inner corner. I always start with the inner corner. I know a lot of people start with the crease, but I prefer to start with the inner corner. And I think I may change that because I find that at the end of my makeup look, I have to reapply shadow to the inner corners of my eyes. And I don't really know, but that's a little irritating. So I may start with the crease like other people do, but I don't know. I will see. So I just go ahead and I just kind of am dabbing this on my crease and kind of on a little bit on my lower lash line. I don't know if you guys can see that, but, you know. Now I'm just going to go ahead and move on to my next color. I am wearing orange today. As you can tell, I wear orange a lot. But anyways, I'm wearing orange today, so I'm going to go ahead and start out with this gold color. The makeup look that I'm doing right now is a makeup look that I do all the time, literally all the time. So I do it a lot. So I'm just going ahead and I'm just kind of tapping that gold on to my eyelid. And I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other eye. So that is that. And I probably won't edit this video because I want it to be raw and unedited and just how I do my makeup every day. Well, when I do makeup. Then I'm going to go ahead and go into this orange. I'm going to just use a little of this orange here that I've hit pan on. This is not the best orange in the palette, and that's why I said that this palette sucked in maybe, I don't know, a makeup review that I did on this. Because of this orange color, it just did not come out as bright and vibrant as I thought it would. But I just kind of use it as like a transition color now into the darker, kind of more vibrant orange that's in the palette, just to kind of get me out of this yellow and kind of into the orange. And in between colors, I am kind of wiping off my brush because I only have one of them. I recommend having more than one, but I feel like why would I buy another one if this one is still working? And I've had these brushes for a long time. So I've had them for forever. Okay, so then I take the more vibrant orange, as you all can see in the palette, which actually looks really dark. That's why I never used it. I was like, eh. But, I mean, I feel like this color is what the other orange aspires to be like, but it just didn't make it there yet. So I just go ahead and I dab this on to my eye, and I just kind of blend it out a little bit. But I try to get the best color concentration that I can because I really like color, as you guys can tell, but I try to get like the best color concentration. I'm going to go back into this gold a little bit right here. But yeah, I try to get the best color concentration that I can because I really like wearing color on my eyes. So I'm going to go ahead and use my blending brush now, and I'm going to first go into this shade right here, which is kind of like a darker kind of browny orange. And I'm just going to kind of tap that just on the edges here. That way I can kind of start blending into like a brown. So just a little, excuse me, just a little tap of that. And then I'm going to use this brown here, which, like I said, this is like my everyday like makeup look that I do. Even if I'm not wearing orange, this is like a look that I know I can rely on because it's so easy and so simple. So I'm kind of just tapping the brown in, and then I'm going to kind of blend it up into my crease. You know, this look is just really, really simple. I know I can rely on it. It's not hard to do. It literally takes like no time at all. So yeah, and it's really, really pretty fall colors. We're still in fall, you guys. Even though it feels like it's about to be like Christmas already because Thanksgiving has passed. Thanksgiving was yesterday, so I mean, a lot of people kind of consider that the unofficial end of fall because Christmas is about to come. But I don't know. We're kind of still in fall technically, but yeah. So I just go ahead and I blend that up into my crease, and that is really it, you guys, for the eyeshadow. That's it. And my colors on my eyes are totally not showing up true to color on this camera. Like, oh my gosh, what do I need to do? I think it's just the lighting, so I'll probably put some pictures up or something on my Instagram because the lighting in this video sucks. So like when I'm looking at myself in the mirror, the colors look amazing, and yeah, but on camera it looks like the colors are so light and like no. Okay, so as you guys can see, I have like some lightness right here from the eyeshadow primer, so I just go ahead and I just kind of wipe that off because I don't really want that there. That looks kind of bad. So I just kind of wipe that off. My eyeshadow primer always gets down there even though I never ever ever put makeup right there. Unless I'm doing like something else, but I usually don't put makeup right there. So then I just kind of dab it off, and then I take my tiny little brush again, and I'm just going to go ahead and wipe that off, and I'm going to take some of the brown color that I used on my crease in my outer corner, and I'm just going to kind of finish up the little thing right there and just kind of drag it down a little bit. Just a little. And now that we're done with eyeshadow, I'm going to move on to eyeliners and stuff. I think that for today, I don't know if I want to go with an eyeliner or not. I'm going to put on my mascara first and see how I feel about it. But I'm just going to go ahead and use my LA Colors mascara. I have mentioned this many times in many different videos. And I like it. It's fine. It does the trick. I'm not looking for my eyelashes to be anything more than what they are. A mascara to me really is a mascara. There are some mascaras out there that are just crappy. But I feel like for me and for the makeup that I'm doing, I don't need anything over the top. You know, I'm not doing like makeup for like an event or anything, so I don't need anything to be, you know, over the top or anything. So I feel like this mascara makes my lashes more noticeable. I don't have really short lashes. I also don't have really long lashes. They're kind of in the middle, so I don't really need anything too special. And so far I'm liking the way that I look without eyeliner, so I'm not going to do eyeliner today. But if I was going to do eyeliner, if you guys want to see me doing eyeliner, I'll leave my last Get Ready With Me down in the description box, the link, because I did eyeliner in that video. It was when I did like the purple makeup. So, and you guys can probably see it a little better now. I'm kind of trying to come in a little closer so that maybe you guys can see it. But yeah. And then whatever is left over on the brush, like my mascara brush, I just take this and I just kind of brush it through my eyebrows. Because I don't really like filling them in. I feel like I like the way that they look right now. You guys can see the difference between me just brushing that little bit of product in compared to that. It's not that big of a difference, and that's kind of what I like about it. So I just brush that in. Not trying to do too much. So that is our eyes finished. I usually don't wear anything on my lips except for like lip balm, so I'm not going to show that. I'm trying to get some use out of the powder that I have. So the one that I actually have and just never use is the LA Colors press powder. This is in tan, I believe. I could be wrong, but this is in tan. And I'm going to go ahead and swatch it just to show you guys why I don't use it. It really makes my skin look like ashy. I don't know if you guys, that's like the swatch there. You guys can see that really makes my skin look ashy when I use it. But yesterday I bought the L'Oreal Visuelle powder from the dollar store. I got it in Transparent Deep. And I did a couple swatches of it, and here's the color. When I opened it up, I was like, I'm gonna have to return this. Like, look at how light it is. But it really is transparent, and when I put it on top of this, I found that my skin did not look ashy at all. Like, my skin looked really nice. So I am gonna go ahead and have to get another one of these because I don't know how long they're gonna be in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit of cleanup underneath my eye area. That way if I have any eyeshadow fallout, then it'll get removed for the most part. I usually don't have a lot of eyeshadow fallout when I use these eyeshadows, but you never know, and I just picked up something, so that's how I know that there is some. So I make sure that I try to do this, that way I don't walk around with like glitter underneath my eyes, but yeah, because I don't wear a lot of matte eyeshadows. So now I've already moisturized my skin. I'm gonna go ahead and take some of the LA Colors powder and use that. Like I said, I am just trying to get some use out of it. That way I don't have to like toss it because I haven't had this for very long. I had another one that I got rid of because I guess it was old or whatever. But I haven't had this one for very long. So I want to kind of get some use out of it. And also when I put on the transparent powder, it didn't make it look like I was wearing like makeup. Because sometimes when you put on certain stuff, it looks like you're wearing makeup. So like you can tell. But with the Visual powder, it was really great, so I would recommend that so far. I do not have oily skin, so if you have oily skin and you're looking for a powder for oily skin, I cannot recommend that one for you. So I'm kind of doing this as you would like a powder foundation. I'm not just dusting it all over my skin. I am really trying to see how it will hold up. And like I said, this is just a powder. It's not anything heavy. It does have just a little coverage. This one, the LA Colors one does. It's not a lot. It's just a little. And since I am having some breakouts right now, I'm really not trying to do too much face makeup because I don't want to make my breakouts, you know, worse than what they already are. So, yeah. And I'm kind of going around my eyebrows and stuff because I don't want to have to refill those back in. Okay, so I'm just about done. And if you guys are wondering about the brush I'm using, I also got this one from Dollar Tree. This is the Color Mates brush, and it's actually really nice. I've had it for a while. So yeah, all my brushes I did not pay more than $1 for, by the way, which is awesome. So here's what I look like with the powder on. Like I said, it just makes me look really ashy, like I don't even know. Like, it just makes me look ashy, and I don't like that. So that's why I'm about to put the transparent powder on top of it. So here is, like I said, what the L'Oreal transparent powder looks like. I got mine in the shade Transparent Deep. They did have some other colors. I do not know if that makes a difference. I don't know if they look different. I did not open them because it was Dollar Tree. I can't just go opening up stuff in the store. But okay, so you guys can see it's like a peach color. I'm going to go ahead and tap some of that off. And as soon as I put this on my skin, you guys, it just looks amazing. Honestly, it makes the powder that I just put on so much better. And I'm only going to put it on one side of my face to see if you guys can see the difference. I know that I can see the difference, but I just want to see if you guys can actually see the difference with this L'Oreal Visual powder on top of my skin compared to just the LA Colors powder. And I do not use concealer. I don't have dark circles, thankfully. So I don't need to use concealer. So I don't know if you guys can see the difference. You probably can't because, like I said, the lighting in here isn't the best. And I probably look ghostly already because of the lighting. But this side of my face looks a lot better. It looks like I have a lot more color in my skin. It looks less ashy. It just looks really good on this side of my skin. This side, however, looks ashy in the mirror. Like, it looks like I'm wearing foundation, and it looks like I'm wearing something that's a little too light. So one thing that I like about the L'Oreal Visual powder is that it kind of fixes your makeup. So if you're wearing a powder foundation that doesn't really look right or something like that, it doesn't make your skin look like weird. So I like putting this on top of it. Even though it's like putting two powders on top of each other, I don't think it's going to get really, really cakey. I will see though, because it's going to be my first time wearing this out. Because I just got the L'Oreal Visual powder. I know how the LA Colors powder works. It's fine. It stays on. But since it's not really giving me a lot of color, I can't necessarily test that. So yeah, it's not like a really super strong color powder. And I'm really going to set the, so I guess this is, the visual would be like a setting powder. It says refining powder, but I'm not really sure what that is supposed to do. But it says refining powder, so that's what we're going to go with. But, and I'm just kind of continually buffing that out. And I look really, really pale on camera. I do not look like that in person, you guys. I do not look pale. I don't know who that is. Okay. So that is it. That is my finished makeup routine. Here's what my eyes look like and my skin. I will see how the L'Oreal Visual powder wears. I don't think it's going to be anything bad, but yeah, I have to put on some lip balm. But that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.